This is an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar called Small Things That Matter. Hi, my name is Larry Jordan. This webinar focused on video editing, specifically organizing and backing up media, optimizing preferences, and the other small decisions you make at the start of a Premiere or Final Cut project. In this short excerpt, I present the routine maintenance you should do with a Mac computer to keep it running smoothly. Something that I touched on at the 9 o'clock that I want to dwell on a little bit more here. There's some routine maintenance you can do regardless of whether you're DaVinci Resolve or Premiere or Final Cut. They can keep your system running as well as it can. The first is you want to shut your NLE down at the end of the day. Don't let it sleep overnight. By shutting it down, all the RAM the NLE uses is released, all the files are closed, all the metadata is written to disk. Everything gets shut down and properly put away. For that same reason, you want to restart your Mac, not just simply put it to sleep, but restart it every few days. This flushes all memory, turns off all concurrent processes, resets your Mac back to its normal operating behavior. If something weird is starting to creep into your system, shutting down your NLE at the end of the day, shutting down your Mac every few days is going to fix that problem, because most of the problems are something going weird in RAM or some weird background process that's out of control, and restarting your computer resets all of that. Also, once a month or so, you want to boot into recovery mode and run disk utility to recover or repair your boot disk. You don't need to repair the data disk. Those almost never have problems. But you do want to repair the boot disk. Do a Google search for Mac recovery mode, because there's also recovery mode on Windows. Do a Google search for Mac recovery mode. The process is slightly different for Intel Macs versus M-Series Apple Silicon Macs. But this is something where it'll be a practice that I get into once a month. I teach it a lot, so maybe every 3 weeks I'm booting into recovery mode, and it fixes problems before they become a crisis. Equally, you want to trash your NLE preferences every month or two. Now I'll illustrate how to do this in just a few minutes. Trashing preferences is more important for Final Cut than Premiere, but it helps to make sure that everything is sort of taken back to square one, reset the factory defaults, and everything continues to work smoothly. This was an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar called Small Things That Matter. For the complete version of this online training, please visit my store at larryjordan.com/store and look for Webinar 357. By the way, when you need to stretch your training dollars, membership in our video training library saves you money and time. You can access all our videos for a low monthly price of only $19.99. That's almost 2,000 movies, hundreds of hours on a wide variety of subjects. Plus, premium members can download practice media and projects. Our training covers Apple and Adobe software. We update it multiple times each month, and for more information, visit larryjordan.com/membership. And thanks.